Hey, good evening, No Bravado Massive. We are with you. So basically, we started doing No Bravado Bites because life has been lifing, and we used to do No Bravado every 2 weeks, and then because of life circumstances, it was a little bit much. So we decided that we was going to do our live show once a month, so the last Tuesday of each month, and that we will bring to you pre-recorded bites. But you lot weren't having it. You lot were like, "Get out of here! This is rubbish. This is shit. We don't like it." So what we've decided to do is bring you the bites live each week, and see how that goes, and still bring you our normal No Bravado live show. So it will be our 2 hour show on the last Tuesday of each month, but we'll bring you our little bite sessions. Hang on, I just want to do something with my camera. It is mirrored. Okay. Bring our normal bite sessions. Yeah, that's better. And now I look like I'm looking at you. Um, our normal bite sessions, we'll just do those half an hour. There's different things that we're percolating in the background. So, like, we want to do a men's corner. So there's different things that we're trying to get up and running, but we'll bring that to you nearer the time. So how are you, Sugar Plum? What's going on?
I'm all right, not bad. Yeah, just working hard and as per usual. But yeah, it's been nice being able to get out and about again and just enjoy life. So yeah, I can't complain. Weather's nice down here as well. So yeah,
Yeah, the weather's nice. The
weather
weather
was nice.
is
Weekend was
good.
nice. I heard you guys had a bit of coldness and a bit of rain. I was like, boy, I got
When? Today?
no the weekend.
Oh yeah, it didn't stop. It didn't stop raining
Oh,
weekend.
I know we
Didn't
had
stop
nice
raining.
sun.
Madness. Britain and the bloody ridiculousness. Like I saw Fatima today, Fatima Omar, bless her, on the train,
Mm,
and she had on one big puffer, and she was like, "It's hot, but who knows what to do in a this year weather? It's a madness." So
yeah.
yeah, here we are. Anyway, so this is going to be a short bite session. So we're just going to
Mm.
keep it nice and brief. But what I wanted to speak about today, let me share my screen. Hang on. Share screen. I wanted to share this topic because we spoke about this topic,
Mm-hmm.
and you and I had differing views to begin with.
Yeah.
So, a man proposes to his woman with a receipt of her 70K student loan debt being paid in full in place of a ring. She thanks him, but she says that she still requires a ring before getting married. Is she A, reasonable, B, ungrateful, C, smart, D, dumb? Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Um, I'll read the scenario again for those of you who just joined. A man proposes to his woman with a receipt of her 70K student loan debt being paid in full. I'm just here wondering where my glasses are, man. Paid in full instead of a ring. She thanks him, but she says she still requires a ring before getting married. What is she? A, unreasonable. B, ungrateful. C, smart. D, dumb. So, your initial response to this, Shah, was what? You explain.
I literally said it's not the two things are completely different. So basically, why shouldn't she deserve a ring? But then thinking back on it, yeah, seeing your response and thinking back, I thought actually, no, I shouldn't have said that. It was me responding without reading it
Yeah,
properly.
but your initial response was
Yeah,
that it wasn't a proposal. But what was your thought process behind that? Why did you say that initially?
because I thought to myself, well, a marriage proposal and what he did are two very different things.
Right.
Initially, they are two different things. But then again, I suppose, yeah, I just wasn't thinking properly. That's what I can say. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't.
Right.
I wasn't. Yeah.
But
Like
you say you wasn't thinking properly, but that was your initial thought process. So is it because we have it drilled in our head? Because the reason I'm not picking, I'm just trying to think, is it because we have it drilled in our head as to how a proposal should go? That was
part.
your initial...
Yeah,
right.
that part, yeah.
Right.
But then the whole, sometimes when you kind of step back and look at the situation properly, you think to yourself, you know what? Yeah, it is more, I won't say selfish, but she's not looking at the bigger picture. Do you understand? Like you said, this man here, he has shown you that he's got your best interests at heart, and he's got you. Kind of like money's no option to some extent. I know gratitude was shown. You're just thinking about a ring, and as most people said, you know, a ring is just it's an accessory on your body that you wear. This, you know, you're not thinking to yourself, well, okay, he has kind of put some thought into this. He didn't have to. He's showing me that he does love me. You know, a ring is just a ring at the end of the day. So rather than seeing it as okay, well, okay, you spent money in the ring, forget about it. I mean, you know, let's do this. You know, we can come together and be a unity. I haven't got to worry about how you would be in a financial situation, because you're showing me that you've got your head screwed on, and this is us coming. This is that you want us to be together. Right. He's gonna pay off £70,000 worth of debt, and as you said, you're free.
Yeah.
You know, you're free.
Yeah. For me, my initial. Can we discuss this after the live? Discuss what after the live? DJO. I don't want to mess up your name. DJO. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Jax Hates, thank you for joining us on YouTube. There's a few more people that's joined that I cannot see. Let me turn this down. What is it that you want to discuss after the live? Good evening, Davina. How you doing, Sugar? Carol McKenzie, how you doing? For me, I read that and I was immediately like, if I had a 70k debt and someone came, my partner came to me and says, I want to marry you. This is my proposal. I've cleared your debt in full. I'd be like, so when are we going to the registry office?
Yeah.
Immediately, because to me, the level of thought that went into that, and he's showing you that he's got your back. He's showing you that he's just bought your future without a loose around. So to me, it's a no-brainer. But I was really surprised to read some of the comments. So let's go through some of the comments. And let me share my screen again. Share screen. I was really surprised to read some of the comments. What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know, please. Guy proposes to a lady with no ring, but her student loans paid, her 70k student loans paid in full. She says, I don't want the ring. I don't want that. I still require a ring in order to get married. In your opinion, is she ungrateful? Is she dumb? Is she reasonable? Is that a reasonable request? Is she ungrateful? Let us know what you think in the comments. So, Arno Bravado Massive were kind of split on this. D Rich said she's a woman with her own standard. If she wants a ring, who even proposes marriage like this? And then someone else chimed in and said, Erica Matthews chimed in and said, not even a small Target TJ Maxx ring. And then D says, this isn't a proposal, it's just foolishness. And I was like, rah, so the man's just cleared 70k debt from your neck.
That's hard.
Yeah, this is foolishness. I was really surprised. But like, to each their own, this is what makes No Bravado interesting and the world interesting, because not everybody has the same opinion. Amma, who I usually agree with on most things, came in and says, this implies that he won't even know how to please her emotionally, as everything will be based on logic. Maybe he's autistic or has Asperger's syndrome. He doesn't seem all there to me. And I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe what I was reading. I was like, what? Wow. I was really surprised. But some women were like, "Nah, this is not a proposal. This is controlling. He's not all there." Blah blah blah. Davina, my sugar plum, said, if a man did this, he definitely knows how to please her emotionally. Imagine a man forking out 70K for his future wife so that she wouldn't be financially burdened, only to be told you're not right in the head. If I was a man, I would have to cut my losses as I know I've lost that money and leave her ungrateful ass. You don't need a ring to show love and commitment. That's just for puppy show. She doesn't say puppy show. I'm adding the puppy. Can you read out the next comment for me whilst I find my glasses because I'm struggling? Bear with me.
Admittedly, I couldn't read past a ring is necessary. This is from Davina. If that's what you think, then I love that for you. Good night. Have a patient evening.
I can't find my glasses. I think they're upstairs. So no, Bravado, we're massive. We're going to struggle. So please bear with us. But go on. What was you saying?
Yeah. Sorry. No. Davina had put a man that is totally clueless on matters of the heart. Remember that is also important in a relationship. Yes, 70K debt paid off is a good thing, but a ring is also necessary. Now, it doesn't have to be a ring of 70K, but it can be anywhere between 510K or more, depending on his wages. It doesn't have to be one of the or the other. He can do both. And if he insists on just doing one, then yes, there's definitely something wrong in his head. Anyone that fails to anyone that fails to recognize it doesn't value marriage in the traditional sense. No matter what, you need to you don't need a ring to show commitment and love to you and a minor few, but to plenty it is necessary, and she is not ungrateful, dumb, or selfish. The want for wanting one, that's the culture we live in.
What are you reading, Char? Because Davina said, nah, it wasn't me who said that. I'm with the guy. Please correct that. So we're correcting it. Because
apologies.
What are you reading? I can't see what you're reading. Are you reading from your phone?
Sorry, no. Sorry, I'm Amber Bruce. Sorry, sorry. Apologies, Davina.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So where was it? Anyone that fails to recognise it doesn't value marriage in the traditional sense, right?
Basically, yeah.
No doubt. Yes, you need to ring to show commitment and love to you in a minor few, but plenty. Sorry to take over. I'm reading aloud now. I'm astonished because I usually agree with Emma Bruce on most things that she says, but here I'm like, raw. What's happening?
That was very, I don't agree with that at all.
But to plenty, it's necessary if she is ungrateful, dumb, or selfish for wanting one. That's the culture we live in. We will agree to disagree again. Davina said, I couldn't read past a ring is necessary. I never saw that, D. If that's what you think, then I love that for you. Good night. Have a pleasant evening.
Yeah.
And why are you saying having a rigid... And that's why you stay... Oh, I can't see.
Hold on.
Having a rigid way of thinking. Have a good night yourself too. You said I would accept that as a proposal, but you've come back and corrected that. No, I don't know where my glasses are. They're not there. I think they might be upstairs in my rucksack, but don't worry, Coco. Don't worry yourself. Up and down the stairs.
Someone were very, 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 very hard. I mean, at the end of the day, a man's just giving you your partner has thought it's not something that I would say that he's thought lightly about. This isn't a $5,000 debt or a couple $100,000 debt. 70,000, and then now you're putting on top of that, you're going to say, well, a ring should be between...
It's not enough. I need a ring between 500 and 10K,
about 5 and 10K. Are you serious?
Right.
And then you wonder why. Then you wonder why a man will look at you on the flip side and be like, you are selfish, because on top of the fact that you've not appreciated and seen what I'm trying to do for us, you're now putting a price on a ring. I've just given you 70k.
I've just given you 70k and your freedom for the future, and you want a ring on top of it. You're not accepting the proposal. It gets worse. And before I move on to the rest of the comments, I had a conversation with my barber about marriage and
Oh yeah.
why, right? And he said, so going back, good evening, Chris Cut, should you ever see this? He says that the reason, oh, bless you, Cotton, thank you. The reason why men are not that keen on marriage as such is because it's hardly about them. It places financial burden on them. And we are very much like my big day, and it's all show off, but it's not really about them. So that's why they're not really here for it. And then reading some of these comments, I was like,
wonder why.
Like I'm a girly girl all day, but I can't stand by some of these things that I'm reading in here. I'm just like, nah. This is why they think we're superficial and why no one don't want to get married. This is crazy.
Each of their own, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, yes, but
yeah,
Lord, some of them went in deep. And
right.
For me,
Melinda said D because the degree must cost more than the ring, and technically we have all the time in the world to get an engagement ring. Buy your own. He just spent 70k to fucking clear your debt. Like, what? the man just invested. Right. This Melinda saying the man just invested in your future by paying her degree forward. That is a man that sees your dream and wants to make it possible. So he may not have the money for a ring at the moment, but I'm sure that him paying for the degree is a token of his love. A degree is forever. A ring is not always forever.
And I bet you anything, if she had responded in the way that she should have done, what I would say should have done, that would be more appropriate. What would happen if she had said yes, okay, let's go get married? He might have surprised her with a ring out of this world,
right?
Just to see what she would say. Because I always say we are all tested in this world. Every one of us are tested in cert, because we say a lot of things, but until the situation actually arises, is a whole different thing. He would have seen how she reacted and be like, okay, cool,
yeah.
You deserve, not say you deserve more, but I want to give you more because you're happy with what I've done and you're not expecting it. So I know that you're more appreciative of things that you're not expecting than of things that you are expecting. And that's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a very big difference. A man spends 70k and you're still dictating to me how much I spend on a ring. You need to go suck on one. It's not happening. And yes, and also, yes, we get caught up in what the culture, but why are we dictated by what society says or how things are done? That is the problem. You're too fixated on society says this and society says that. So society says that, how a child is born is how it is born. But nowadays they can change their frigging sex
if they want to.
If they want to.
Yeah. Ricky J said the answer is D. He said, I agree. The answer is D for the exact same reasons. If she cannot see that the practicality of a loan being paid as opposed to a sentiment of a ring, then her stupidity is bordering on reckless and dangerous behavior. I love our crew. They're too funny. I'm grateful diamond rings are a result of advertising from the 1920s. Symbolism has become more significant than good deeds. And I was like, facts, it's facts. Like, I was so with the guys on this one. So Amma, Bruce and Rodney have, Amma wants her ring. And she wants her ring, blood. But I'm not going to go through that back and forth. Then DeWitt, one of our American guys, came in. You guys have to go to the post to read the comments, read the full thread. But they went in on each other, like
deep.
Yeah, it got deep. I'm not going to read all of that. You guys go and read, find the thing. But they went on forever, back and forth. I said D for dumb. 70k debt cleared, which means I can go on about my life without a noose around my neck. The level of thought and freedom provided by this man would make me want to marry him right there and then on the spot. Fuck the ring. With that level of debt removed, the possibilities for me are more vast. He also has shown me that he's got my back in every way and is an excellent provider. Wouldn't want for anything more. For someone to come and chop off my hand to take the ring, like, you know, they're not. Back in the day, they never used to. Back in the day, they never used to rob women or older. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Now they'll knock you down and take away your things. So I don't care about, you know. Do you know what I mean? It was bizarre to me. Davina said the foresight it took him to do this, lad. The way I would be marching him to the registration office next month. Wouldn't be letting this one go. No ring could match the care and consideration that went into him wanting the very best for me. Emma comes back and she's still saying, I want a cheap ring. Okay. Jennifer Ross said,
oh god, sorry.
Jennifer Ross said, I just asked my daughter. Her response was, as long as my ring doesn't tarnish on my finger green, I'm happy for a $2,000 ring and 68 grand debt paid off. Win-win. I still think no. DeWitt said, still single. That's my final answer. Yeah, after hearing that, I'd get the money back and move on. She could pay her own debt off and find a man that will give her a ring. B&D all the way. And this is a lady saying that. But I was shocked. And it made me kind of look at why some guys are the way that they are and why they are reserved with marriage, why they think that we are materialistic and that we just don't get the deeper meaning of things. It's all about what our friends will say and the Cinderella story that we've been programmed by. It's like we need to get our head out of the clouds, ladies. Like, seriously, this is my opinion. A ring, I suppose, it's nice to feel like, oh, someone's claimed me, but someone, oh my God, it's just programming, in my opinion. It's crazy. But yes, we have got 2 minutes. Yeah, because I'm on the timer. So this is saying, actually, our live is saying 22:38.
Yeah.
So 6 minutes and 54 seconds. With that said, I don't think we should conclude this live without paying our respects to the young man that was murdered in the Hainault sword attack. I definitely want to discuss this with my sisters like Donna and Quincy, because I've seen Quincy's been putting up a lot of stuff about this. So I think it deserves a fuller conversation, not just a flyby. But just wanted to pay our respects to the young man. Let's to his family, to his family and everybody that mourns him. Bless him. Quote was, his positive nature and gentle character will leave a lasting impact on us. Losing such a young pupil is something we would always struggle to come to terms with. So this boy was just trying to get to school. And this angry white man decides that he's going to kill him on his way to school. So, yeah, I mean, I avoid, because my mum will tell you I cried. I read it and I cried. I feel these things very deeply. So I avoid looking at these things or reading them in depth, but I have been seeing a lot of, like, even white people, when white people are coming out outraged and saying that the British media are racist, because if it was a black man that killed a white boy, it would have been his face all over the news. It would have splashed that it was black. Some of the descriptions of this boy has been disrespectful. Like, I think it was the son that said, allegedly, it was the son, because I can't be sure, that said, oh, sword lad dies. So it was just, it's seen as disrespectful. Mocking. Yeah. Another white woman was saying, like, they wrote it off as a terrorist attack, saying it's not a terrorist attack. And they were like, she was like, until you get to the crux of why he actually did this, how can you write off that it's a terrorist attack? But if it was a brown person who had done this, it could have been looked at terrorism straight away. So there's so much to discuss on this topic. And like I said, I don't really want to give it a fly-by-night. I just wanted to pay my respects and to say that we carry you in our spirits and in our hearts, and may you rest in peace, and condolences to the family. Is there anything you want to say before we sign off, Beb?
No, it's just, it's sad. And I really thought the killing of our young ones had stopped, but it just all calmed down, but it just seems to be getting worse. And I do feel it for the family. And all the others that have been affected, the police officers and all that who did get who did get hurt, because it's a lot a mental effect it will have on them. And it's devastating.
It is.
Your child sets out to go to school to get an education, and he's killed for no reason.
For nothing. I really want to know what's going on with this guy and what caused him to do this. I'm like, I really want to see what they come out with, and I'll be following the court case. Like, what made him snap? Because it sounds like he drove his van into a building and then just went on a rampage from that. But the bigger thing that's coming out of this, which is making me think, this is very interesting, is that they're now talking about giving the police guns, UK police guns, because of this. Like, he wouldn't have. It took, like, how many people got stabbed and hurt before an officer was able to take him down with a taser. So they were like, maybe people's lives would have been saved, like the little boy's life would have been saved if they were able to take him out. So I was watching a debate on it on YouTube, and a black superintendent, a former superintendent, he was saying that he doesn't think that the officers should get guns here because of the disparity and the distrust that certain communities have with the police. And let's face it, if they give these cops guns here in Britain, nothing we're dead. This is when we start to get like, we'll start to get like America. Everybody dead if you move wrong. Exactly, so because Britain they are sophisticated in their racism. It's very undertoned, like it's starting to bubble up now, but nothing we were dead if they give the cops guns here. So again, it's a wider conversation, but let's sign off with that. Let us know what you think in the comments. Should the cops get guns here? What do you guys think? Do you think more tasers? Because that's what the superintendent was saying, is no guns, just give them little taser, and even that is dangerous because all of we would be tasered on the street as well. So let us know what you think. But what do you think, Char, before we sign off quick?
I think it's a catch-22 situation. I'm kind of 50-50, because you said you're going to get situations where you feel, okay, if they had something more powerful than just their baton, what would have been able to have happened on this situation specifically? If they had a gun, then they would have been able to shoot. But it's like you say, it's about weighing up the pros and the cons. It's 50-50.
I'm dead against it. It's 100-0 for me. No guns for UK police are all the old lady with the stick dead. Oh, yeah. So, with that said, good night, No Bravado, massive.
Good night.
Week for our No Bravado Bite session. Thank you for those that joined us. Peace.